Hello friends, this video on matter and magnetism part 9 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched all the videos till part 8 before going ahead with part 9. Now we will talk about a very important law of magnetism which is known as the Gauss law of magnetism. We have studied about this law in electrostatics as well, right? We studied about Gauss's law in electrostatics. So that is why I have got the electric field as well as the magnetic field side by side so that you can understand it better. Now, let us first recall whatever we studied in electrostatics so that it is easier for us to understand things. So when we talked about Gauss law in electrostatics, we said that integral of E dot ds over any closed surface is equal to Q divided by epsilon naught. This is what we told, right? So we will have a similar law in case of corresponding to magnetism. But we will see what is the difference between the two. So when we talked about electrostatics, let us suppose if we consider different regions. For example, if I consider, say, this region which encloses this charge plus Q. Suppose if I consider this region. So what is the total charge enclosed by this region? The total charge enclosed by this region is a positive charge, right? Plus Q is enclosed by this region. So we say that integration of E dot ds over this closed surface, which I drew just now, will be equal to Q by epsilon naught, because Q is the charge enclosed by this surface. Right? Now, when I talk about some other region, for example, let us say if I talk about some region like this, somewhere here, if I consider that this is a closed region, so in this case, what would be integration of E dot ds? Now, what is E dot ds? It is nothing but electric flux, that is the number of lines crossing per unit area over this surface. So in this case, what is the charge enclosed? Charge enclosed is 0. So in this case, we say that integration of E dot ds will be equal to 0 because charge enclosed is equal to 0. And what does that mean, that integration of E dot ds is equal to 0? That means the number of lines entering this surface is equal to the number of lines leaving the surface. Because here if you see, if two lines are entering the surface, there are two lines which are leaving the surface as well. Right? But when we considered this region, you could see that this plus charge is already there inside the region, and also the lines which are leaving the surface is not equal to the lines which are entering the surface. Right? So this was the difference, and this is how we defined the Gauss law in electrostatics. It said that if you have any closed surface, then the integral of electric field over that entire closed surface is always given by 1 by epsilon naught times the charge enclosed by the surface. Now let us come to magnetism. So in case of magnetism, we'll talk about magnetic field. So here you can see we have a magnetic field. Now in this case, if we consider any closed surface, let us suppose randomly I consider any closed surface. Suppose I consider this surface. So what do you think would be in this case? Obviously, I will talk about integration of B dot ds, that is magnetic field over any surface, right? So in this case, the magnetic field over this surface would be what? Now in this case, what is the charge enclosed by this surface? There is no charge enclosed because the number of lines entering the surface, 3 lines are entering the surface and 3 lines are leaving the surface. So the integral of B dot ds over this surface is 0. Now let us suppose instead of this surface, I consider some other surface. Let us suppose I consider somewhere here. So even if I consider this surface, what happens in this case also, the number of lines which are entering a surface is equal to the number of lines leaving the surface, because in this case we have these lines as closed continuous loops. So nowhere you have any accumulation of charges. right? It is somewhat like this. So everywhere, even if you consider this region, let us suppose if I consider a closed surface somewhere here also the number of lines entering the surface is equal to the number of lines leaving the surface. So nowhere in case of magnetic field you will have some charge enclosed by the surface. So the integral of magnetic field over any surface would always be equal to 0, because nowhere it will accumulate charge. Everywhere the number of lines entering the surface will be equal to the number of lines leaving the surface. So Gauss's law of magnetism states that magnetic flux through any surface is always 0. So this is Gauss's law of magnetism. Right? Why I explained you with the help of Gauss's law of electrostatics is I think it will be easier for you to understand this way. So Gauss's law of magnetism also proved in another way that magnetic monopoles do not exist. Because why is it 0? It is 0 because you can never have, in this case, the individual poles exist. The positive charge plus q, the negative charge minus q, they actually exist, and that is why you have it as q by epsilon naught. But in this case, this plus and minus doesn't exist separately. It always exists as a combined thing called magnetic dipole. You cannot isolate the north pole, you cannot isolate the south pole. So that is why you will never have any charge enclosed by the surface. So Gauss's law in turn proved that magnetic monopoles can never exist at all. So I hope it is clear to you now that what is Gauss's law of magnetism. Okay, so I hope you understand it now. Okay, so now that we have covered a good amount of topic in magnetism as well, so it's time to solve some problems. So let us look at some problems based on whatever we studied so far. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.